Hello and welcome to another episode of Her Helping Habit on Air. We are a Canadian fertility agency specializing in known egg donation, embryo donation, and surrogacy, helping intended parents, surrogates, and donors navigate their journeys through education, support, and advocacy. Through open conversations and shared experiences, we aim to empower everyone involved in the family building process. Her Helping Habit on Air does not provide medical advice. These are simply lived experiences shared to help make the often uncharted world of infertility feel a little less scary. My name is Jess, and today I am joined by Dr. Jairo from Fertilidad Integral. Dr. Jairo specializes in obstetrics and gynecology, and his interest in the emotional impact of medicine is what led him into this world of reproductive technology. He's one of the physicians our donors and intended parents might meet along the way during their treatment at Fertilidad, and we're so excited to have you on the show today, Dr. Jairo. Thanks so much for coming to join us.
Wow, yes, thank you very much for having me today in this conversation. I'm very glad to be here.
Yeah, we are glad to have you and, chat about Mexico City and, what's so special about it. What makes Mexico City, an up-and-coming fertility destination?
Well, so first of all, I would like to say that I'm not from Mexico. I'm from Colombia, but I decided to move here too many years ago because Mexico City is one of the most vibrant, beautiful places that I have ever lived. So I think with that introduction, I would like to talk about Mexico City. Mexico City is becoming a fertility destination because patients can access high-quality fertility care, experienced specialists, advanced laboratories, and modern technology at a more affordable cost. This is very important because, for example, in the United States or Canada, the cost of the treatment is around 15 to 30K, but here in Mexico City is 70% less. It means it's around 7 to 8K. So it's much more affordable than in many other countries. In addition, patients can usually start treatment faster without long waiting lists. And another important advantage is that Mexico is an amazing cultural and tourist destination. So patients can enjoy the city while going through their fertility journey.
Mm-hmm. How does, Mexico City compare to Canada for the treatment itself, like for the donor going through the treatment as well as the intended parents as they're coming to Mexico?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Canada offers excellent fertility care, but patients may experience longer waiting times and higher treatment costs. In Mexico City, patients have often quicker access to treatment. They have personalized care and advanced reproductive technology. And many patients also appreciate the opportunity to combine their treatment with a unique cultural experience. I think that's why you should prefer Mexico City than Canada for doing this treatment.
I've heard a lot about the unique cultural experience for sure and how special that can be for, the donors and the IPs. And not only are they experiencing the culture there for the first time, but to meet each other there for the first time kind of adds to it as well. And, what kind of tends to surprise international patients that are coming to Mexico?
I think Mexico City is very, very interesting, because patients can find an excellent treatment, an excellent quality for a lost price. So that's why I think they will be surprised with all the costs of the treatment.
Okay. And, with lower cost, there's also some concern about does lower cost mean lower quality? Is that something that you've run into at all since coming to Mexico?
Yes, so that's one of the biggest myths that the patients think about the lower cost. Really? Lower cost doesn't mean lower quality. It is important to mention. Many fertility clinics in Mexico have highly trained specialists and advanced technology, and the difference in cost does not necessarily reflect the quality of care. So that's why when the patients comes to Mexico and do all the treatment, get very surprised with the quality and the result. Finally, the outcome is talk up by themselves.
Totally. Yeah. Like they say, once you have the baby in their arms, and like you said, it speaks for itself.
Yes.
And is, Mexico City safe for donors and IPs to travel to around the clinic and through the city?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Mexico City can be a very safe destination for international patients when they work with an important clinic like Fertility Integral. For example, we help our patients coordinate every step of their journey, including medical appointment, transportation recommendation, and accommodation in safe areas. Many patients are pleasantly surprised by how comfortable and welcoming their experience is.
Very cool. And I am personally a huge nerd when it comes to the technology behind IVF and the advancements in our technology. What are some of the technologies that Mexico has access to for your patients?
Well, so today in our clinic, we have access to many advanced fertility technology, including, for example, IVF, ICSI, egg freezing, embryo freezing, egg donation, and pre-implantation genetic testing, or simply called the PGTA. But also, we have now an embryoscope and a time-lapse monitoring system. It is very important to mention because here in Mexico, there only exists 4 embryoscope, but we have 2 of them. And that technology let us a better development of the embryos. And also, the artificial intelligence can help us to identify what is the embryo with the highest probability of implantation.
That is fascinating. I am so excited to learn more about embryoscopes, and especially as they become more integrated here in Canada as well. Definitely some exciting features for traveling to Mexico for treatment. What are some things that patients should know before they consider treatment abroad?
So patients should carefully research the clinic they choose and make sure they understand the medical, the legal, and the logistical aspect of the treatment. It is important to work with a clinic that has experience treating international patients. The clear communication, transparent pricing, and a strong reputation. And it's important to mention, Fertility Integral is one of the most important clinics in Latin America, and the results are very outstanding. So that's why I recommend the clinic that I work for doing all this treatment.
Definitely a go-to spot, and I definitely agree with the, research your clinics. It's something that, everyone should do no matter where in the world they're getting their treatment. But I know I've also gone on to Fertilidad Integral's website, and it's also super easy to navigate, which makes it a lot easier to do that research as well.
Yes, exactly.
And what do your patients tell you that they love the most about their experience at Fertilidad?
I think the process of fertility is something that needs not only technology or science, it's only that needs compassion, heart, and feelings. And you need to understand what is happening in the life of that couple, or what is happening with that donor. What is the concern about coming to Mexico City for doing the treatment? So the first step is knowing that part. And then we can, explain them all the treatment after that.
Perfect, yeah. And what is a go-to or must-see spot for patients coming to Mexico for their treatment while they're here?
Okay, well, so I'm very glad to mention that Mexico City is one of the most vibrant places in the world. And we have, because this is mine too, is now my country. We have a lot of museums, we have a lot of restaurants, we have a lot of cultural programs to do. So I think when when they come here to Mexico, they are going to explore all the possibilities, all the places that Mexico offers to all the tourists.
Yeah, it's definitely, you'll go for the treatment, but you spend the entire trip just chock full of experiences from what I've seen.
Yes, for example, I don't know have you been to Mexico City before?
Not myself, but I'm hoping to get my passport this year so that I can, come and hopefully maybe even donate down there one day.
Yes, well, so Mexico has a lot of culture. We have a lot of the pyramids. We have the Casa Azul of Frida Kahlo. We have a lot of museum, and really the food is incredible. So you have to come and eat a lot here in Mexico.
I've heard astounding things about the tacos there.
Yes, exactly.
Dr. Jairo, can you share a memorable experience with a Her Helping Habit patient?
Yes, of course, absolutely. I had a patient from South Africa, and she was a donor, an egg donor, who traveled to Mexico to help a family achieve their dream of becoming parents. Mm-hmm. But like many first-time donors, she arrived feeling a little nervous and unsure about the process. And so we spent time educating her, answering all her questions, and making sure she felt comfortable every step on the way. Well, as the cycle progressed, she became more confident and realized the incredible impact she was having on someone else's life. Mm-hmm. After the donation was completed, she told us that the experience was even more meaningful than she had expected. And for me, moments like that are very special because fertility treatment is not only about science, as I mentioned previously. Mm-hmm. She realized that her generosity and compassion could change the life of a couple. And that is priceless.
Absolutely, it is. And is that a normal part of your process when you're meeting a donor for the first time, that one-on-one, to make sure that, any uncertainties that she has are addressed right at that beginning of the cycle?
At the beginning, we have a consultation with that donor. And as a doctors, we try to explain all the process of egg donation. However, the most of them, they come here to Mexico from all parts of the world, and they have a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of concerns. But with the time, we explain all the process, and they are going to discover that every step that they took is for a reason. So I think at the end of the treatment, donors feels very, very free about all of that concerns,
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Do you have any advice for donors, either experienced or first-time donors that are coming to Mexico for the first time?
Well, my first advice for them is enjoy Mexico City. Don't be afraid for anything, because you are in excellent hands. We are going to explain you every single step in this process, and you are going to be very happy at the end of the treatment. So no worries about it. You are going to be fine here.
Perfect. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of confidence in Fertilidad Integral alongside many of my team here. I've heard some incredible things about the clinic, the doctors, and especially, getting the opportunity to have this conversation with you. Is there anything else that you want donors to know about FI?
I would like to say that Mexico City offers a unique combination of advanced fertility care, experienced specialists, innovative technology, and an incredible cultural experience. So this is one of the most important places in the world, and you need to be here to live what is that I'm saying. So please come here to Mexico and do this together.
See it to believe it. Absolutely. Very cool. Well, thank you so, so much for joining us here today, Dr. Jairo. It's definitely been very educational, and I am personally a bit more excited to travel to Mexico one day. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we close up?
Well, so if you come here to Mexico, I promise you to to go with the tacos with you, because one of the most important thing is not only the treatment, is that Mexicans are very welcoming, and here we can breathe magic in the air. So please come and have fun.
Absolutely. We will get tacos one day. Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Dr. Jairo. It was great speaking with you today.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
If you'd like to connect with us or have questions about known egg donation, embryo donation, surrogacy, becoming a parent, or exploring whether becoming a surrogate or donor is right for you, you can find us online at Her Helping Habit or email us at info@herhelpinghabit.com. We're passionate about educating and supporting all parties throughout the journey, and you can also book a free consultation with one of our coordinators directly through our website. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon on the next episode of Her Helping Habit on Air. Thank you.